You seem cool.
Becca, you seem cool. How are you doing today?
I am sweating in the best way. I'm great. Thank you.
What happened? Is the air conditioning broke over in the apartment there?
No, it's just that I'm on a casual Zoom with Joe Gatto. Like literally my entire family is on standby right now when I tell you. And I mean, I was talking to my roommate last night and we had figured out that I had seen you live by accident in
Oh,
2013 when you came on stage with Imagine Dragons and you opened. I was
yes.
there. I
Yeah.
was
Oh,
there.
for my punishment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
When I was part of when I opened for I called them they made me call them the Imagination Dragons.
Imagination Dragons.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
had my drum solo. I'm a fantastic
Yes.
drummer.
Yes, you are. You
Oh, because
really are. I was like,
you're Long Island, right? You're on
I'm
Long
from
Island?
Long Island. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So and is that where the Long Island mom impression comes from?
That is where she originates from. Yes.
Do I really have to say it? How hard is it to put the dishes in the dishwasher? This is disgusting. I sound like a broken record. I have pigs for kids. No, I can't drive you to Nicole's. I'm cleaning. It's Saturday morning. Cleaning the house. Who spilled a drink on the first row? The first row is all sticky. Will someone ask your father why there's a piece of wood in the hallway? I'm throwing it out.
That is my
So
mother.
how I found you was on TikTok, of course. I find
Yeah.
content creators, and the Long Island mom that you do just struck such a relatable chord, was just fantastic, and made me laugh in a real way. And I'm sure that you hear that from a lot of people.
Yes, I do. And it's cool because I mean, like, I thought it would just strike with people from Long Island, maybe Staten Island and like Jersey. But I hear from people in like the South, Nebraska. They're like, this is my mom. And I'm like, oh, I guess they're all the same in a way. So
Every
it's
mom,
cool.
there's a little Long Island in every mother, I guess, is really what we're saying.
It has to be. Has to be. Yeah.
And I think it's because too, there are like the tropes that are played by like Northeastern moms, like in movie and film. And I think like
Right.
that sign, like if you've even never been here, you kind of get what a Northeastern mom is like.
Yes.
And I think it's really, it was so well done. Like literally laughed out loud. So thank you for those laughs. I appreciate that.
Wow. Thank you for laughing. I can't believe I made you laugh. That's really cool.
What's your deal? Do you is acting what you want to do? And is it-
Yeah, primarily an actress. I went to school for musical theater acting and then
Oh.
kind of transitioned. Yeah, I sing, and that's like what I've been
Well,
doing
somebody
my
could
whole
somebody
life.
could sing. All right.
Been
You can
saying
sing.
every day. My mom texts me, "When are you gonna sing on TikTok? When are you gonna sing, Rebecca? You got this platform, but someone's gonna notice you." I'm like, "All right, please, like, we're focusing on this." But yeah, the pandemic happened, the shutdown, and I had been hearing from my friends for a while, like, just post the mom videos because I had been posting them on a fake Instagram known as Finsta,
Uh-huh.
which was just a private Instagram for my friends and like close acquaintances who could watch like my funny videos that I was too scared to post. And then I was just like, you know what? Why not? I'm sitting in my living room all day. I'm gonna post, and then I did, and it kind of blew up. So
Oh,
it's
that's
cool.
fantastic. That's
Yeah,
fantastic. Yeah. I'm glad you decided to move away from the fence and bring it to the real world, because we have
Me too.
embraced it, and it's very good. So if you have a battle to the death where you could be famous for your acting, for your singing, what do you go for?
Ah, that's hard. Acting right now.
Acting. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
When you started, what brought you into the world? Did you realize you could sing and like enjoyed it? Or was it like did you want to be an actress, singer, like you saw musicals and you're like, oh, I want to do that part
Oh
of it?
yeah, my whole life, ever since I was little, like my mom tried to get me to do gymnastics. I saw a fly and I left the first day. I was like, I want to sing and I want to act. And so
So we can thank a fly for all of this.
I say that all the time.
It legit is like a butterfly effect, except it's a fly effect.
It's a little fly. I'm like, thank you, sir. And then I left and I would sing like Britney Spears at every family barbecue, and everyone would be like, okay, Rebecca, enough. And then I started taking voice lessons and kind of knew that that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And then it kind of switched recently because, I was auditioning and going to open calls for all of that stuff before the shutdown happened. And I wasn't super happy doing that. And then I found out making content for myself and like kind of being my own boss and like learning about what my audience likes and kind of doing that and experimenting with different characters has brought me the most joy. So
Yeah.
kind
That's
of going in that direction. Yeah.
that's the best thing. It's the best
Yeah.
thing, literally. Like even with everything, like even just this podcast where I'm just able to talk to people that I think are cool. Like it's just so
cool.
great to be able just to jump in and actually be in charge of what you want to make. So that's
Yeah,
great.
and
Congratulations that you did that. That's
Thank
great.
you. And that's the community of TikTok. It is really cool. And it feels like personal, you know?
Your mom says you're smarter than she'll ever be. Talk to me about that. Because you read
Does
a
she
lot.
say that?
Yeah, because you read a
Oh.
lot.
I do read a lot. But yeah, my mom and we've been close forever. She actually, like, I make the videos about her and she's like, Beck, do people think I'm that mean? Like, I'm not that mean. I'm like, I have to add some drama. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not all like that. So
For me, the thing that pops for me too is the change in the breathing. Like there's things like what there was one about like the power outage, like the floods coming. It started raining, you know, and then just the panic breathing about like you have to go upstairs because there's rain down.
Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's starting. We're gonna lose power. We're gonna freaking lose power. Will someone do me a favor and turn on the weather channel, please? See what they gotta say about this? Oh, I just got a flash flood warning. Everyone to the roof. We gotta get to high ground. Where's your father? Why is your father not home yet? I'm calling him.
Those subtle changes are great, and the editing's great too. So you do all the editing
Thank you.
and that stuff too, right?
I do, yeah. And it's kind of like this skill that's grown from that too. I mean, I've edited videos for a long time. My cousins and I used to make like YouTube videos, silly like music videos to post on YouTube. But and
Show
that
me
helped.
one.
But
Show me one. We're gonna insert
oh
one
my
right
God.
now. I want to embarrass.
Okay.
I want to embarrass
California Girls. California Girls by Katy Perry, or just like a bunch of 12-year-olds dancing like by the pool. And,
all right, everyone enjoy. So I started editing for my comedy troupe, the Tenderloins. You know, when we formed it, we started making our own sketches, and we didn't know how. We was like, okay, we filmed them. Now what? So I taught myself how to edit, and then I loved editing so much. And there's so much comedy. The editing could make or break the comedy of it.
Yes.
So when we started doing that, I was like, okay, I have to learn how to edit. And I enjoyed editing so much. I actually took a course and became like, you know, really proficient in it. And it's literally one of my favorite things to do when it comes to creating content. I love the whole process of editing.
I think it might be one of my favorite parts, like getting in front of the camera and playing, but putting it together, and then like the order of things you put it in, where you cut it off, it's all so important, and it's a skill. It really is. It's cool.
Well, you've got it. You've got it. You could be an editor, singer, actress. You do it all. I like to ask people what's, you know, because you are pursuing a dream and you went for what, you know, you want to do in your life, and that's great for you. So what's some advice that you've gotten that you know, that stuck with you? What's some of the best advice you've gotten?
I think just honestly putting yourself out there, as scary as it is. I'm an anxious person. And so like even starting posting on my, you know, fake Instagram, that was kind of like I was hiding behind something and I wasn't really confident in myself. But just like, and especially with content creation these days, it's like you have to just constantly be consistent and put yourself out there and kind of just trust in yourself, and you'll learn along the way what works, what doesn't, you know?
Yeah, I with content creation, you know, one thing that came from me was like, not everything's going to hit, and that's okay.
Right.
Like people like trying to think about the best thing you ever do. You just got to put the content out there, and nothing's going to hit if you don't put anything out there. Right. And
it's the most important thing.
You don't know, there's no science to it. Somebody's going to see something and like it, and that's going to make it happen. You can't, it's not a formula. So
no,
I think it's
the algorithm. They call it the TikTok algorithm, whatever that is.
Damn algorithm. Al, he's not a good guy, Mr.
Al. God, Al.
What were you like growing up? So you said you were outgoing. So do you have what's your siblings? Do you have siblings?
I have a little brother, 7 years younger than me.
Oh,
yeah. So he just went to college. Like, I feel like I'm his mom. I am his mom in a way.
Right.
So yeah, we just dropped him off at college, and he's younger than me. So I've always been like very protective, always been very like careful, cautious. I'd actually consider myself more of an introvert than an extrovert. And so, you know, I had like my small group of friends, and so
that's interesting that you consider yourself an introvert. Okay. So what, when you're home and you said you have a roommate, right? So much rather like have dinner, throw on Netflix or something instead of going out.
And go out and partying and Okay. And of course the pandemic has changed that a bit. So now I'm just like, we're all staying in always.
Everyone's here. No one leaves.
Everyone's here. Yeah. And it's kind of weird, like this transition, everyone's going back out and like we're starting to go out again and concerts. And I'm like, are you sure, guys? But it's actually, I have missed it. I have. But I recharge. I get my energy from being by myself and being with like close friends in a small group.
Yeah. I like that. I love a good dinner party. One of my favorite things
Love
in
a
the
good
world.
dinner.
Good
Oh
dinner
my, a
point.
charcuterie board.
Oh, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on assorted
The
meats and
TikTok,
cheeses.
the TikTok charcuterie boards. I can't. I can
That
watch
is,
those videos.
it's so funny, like what your feed
For
becomes
you page,
and stuff. Like I had to hang a indoor swing in my house, and I was like, oh, I have to make a knot. So I like, did hashtag knot tying or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like there was all these like Boy Scouts doing I was like, oh, that's how I'll do it. And now my feed is just like
It's
people
only
dancing. And then it's like all knots. And like, I'm like, okay, we get it, guys. Like
Yes.
there's movie stuff. And then there's like just every other one is like a knot. There was actually a live, you know how your live feed comes up, like it mixed in? In my live feed, it was like, all right, let me click the live. I'll watch this, and I started flipping through, and there was like a couple doing like a Q&A, a guy and girl doing a Q&A. Then it was a guy tying knots. And then there was a live DJ, like all back.
You
Those
will
are my
have
three
that.
swipes.
You will have that forever now. You'll
I'm
never
done.
get rid of the knots. You'll
I'm
never
gonna
get rid
be-
of the knot
I'm
tie.
going to be known as a knot guy. Forget it. Well, that swing's not going to fall for sure. So I'm okay.
You're good. You're good.
If you don't have an indoor swing, I highly recommend.
I don't. It's for you or for
It's
your
a fun.
kids?
It's for adults. Yeah, it's an adult.
Oh,
It's like an
wow.
extra seat. It's like a seat in the corner, except you hang it.
Oh,
Well,
that thing.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like that
It's so
kind of
cute.
thing.
Put a little cushion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. You get there, you
Yeah,
get a
it's
nice
nice.
cup of tea. You would love it as an introvert.
I
You
would
kidding
love
me?
it. I'm an
You
introvert.
kidding
I'm getting
me?
the
You'll
swing.
be in that swing the whole time.
I'm getting my introvert swing. I'll never leave. I'll never leave.
If you need me, I'll be here making my
I'll be there.
TikToks in a swing. That's it. Now that you have some fame to, internet famous and all this, have you been able to do anything that's been like, wow, that's a really cool opportunity? Like, have you been able to leverage it?
I mean, something like this is cool. Just having a platform where like people want to actually talk to you and ask you questions. And I think just the platform itself is so powerful and cool. Not like this like crazy egomaniacal power, but like
Right.
just kind of like I didn't know where I wanted to be or do. And now I have this place where I can do anything. Like
Mhm.
I want to start a YouTube channel, maybe that's a goal in the future. Like I want to take off here, I want to do this. So
Yeah.
cool, right?
So if
Take
you need
class.
a guide to help you tie knots, to show you how to tie knots.
I know where to go. I'm not, and just based on your experience, I am not searching on TikTok because I can't have that.
Don't do it. Just
I
just
can't
go to
have
my
that.
channel. I'm sure it'll pop up by association.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you interact with your fan base?
I do. I comment back and answer DMs sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's overwhelming to read all of them and answer all of
Right.
them. But I'm always reading them, and just the messages are so kind. And to know that I've made an impact in someone's day, or someone's having a hard day, and I've made them smile, or I know there's a video they always go back to make them smile. That's why I do it. So
That's great.
it's-
Yeah, that's got to be such a good feeling, right? To be there,
It's
be
the
on that
best.
side of it, and feel like
Yeah.
you really
It
can have
really
10 people.
is.
That's good. Well,
Yeah,
Becca, I'm gonna have to go on record and say I was right. You seem cool. You're definitely a cool person.
Thank God. Thank God.
You passed. It was close.
Thank God.
I'm not gonna lie. We were on the edge for a little bit, but
We're on
you
the
pulled
edge.
it
We're
off.
teetering. We're teetering on the swing, but
You teetered, but you did great.